All right. Well, I tried recording this as my react went through the entire 18-minute video showing all of Duet Night Abyss's all characters, ultimate and skills. And then I realized my mic software wasn't on. Great, right? So, I've decided to just kind of go back through and re-react to it. Obviously, it's not going to be my first time seeing these things. But yeah, I'm still going to go through. Uh, Now, I will leave Mello's video down in the description below. I hope that's how you say the channel name. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave a link to this video down below in the description. Make sure you go ahead and give them a like and a subscribe for providing this gameplay. Now, before I get into the video, go ahead and let me know down below in the comments if you want to see more Do It Night Abyss from me. Like if you want to see my take on some of the stuff that they've released. There's there's been quite a bit of a gap from when the closed beta test and all that information has come out to right now. So I'm assuming that most people who click on this video will have already seen all of these things. Hopefully you just want to see my interpretation and take on these things. But nonetheless, let me know if there's anything else Do It Night Abyss that you would want to see me react to or do. And just in general, what you would like to see from me in the future. If you want to see any other gacha games that you want me to try out or react to, or do gameplay for, whatever the case may be, whatever you, the viewer, want to see, as I'm trying to grow my channel and I want to grow that around what you guys want. I have noticed that my Art Night videos, above all else, have been doing the best on my channel. My Let's Plays haven't been doing that great. My Nanta videos have kind of like, uh, definitely way more than my Woo-Wah videos. My Woo-Wah videos get almost nothing. So I'm just trying out Do It Night Abyss, see how that does in the algorithm, see how you guys like it. Without further ado, that's a lot of yapping. Let's get into this. Now, one of the things I had talked about again, because I have not seen any gameplay of this game apart from what is in this video. So one of the things that I was pointing out was, we have our typical gacha game HUD. Down here in the bottom left, you're going to have your health. And I still, looking through that, didn't really figure out what those numbers are. Now, I'm assuming that's going to be like health and shield. Once the white depletes, which is going to be your shield, then maybe you start taking damage from the green, which is going to be your health, or maybe it goes down at the same time. I didn't really pay too much attention to that. So that's something I could try to pay attention to on this second watch through. You're also going to have the level right there. Here on the bottom right, you're going to have your weapon. Now, it seems like this is a universal weapon. You can put a bunch of different things in this slot, or maybe this is just like a ranged weapon in general. But throughout the different characters he showed, he has had different weapons in that slot. So he's had a bow, he's had pistols, he had some kind of rocket launcher thing. So this is a universal weapon. Still never figured out what 2 is. Again, it looks like some kind of sprint, like maybe super sprint or super fast movement ability, whatever it may be. Every character is going to have their own unique weapon. So here, as you see, she has a bow equipped. However, when she starts to attack, well, we're going to do the ult first. Okay, well, getting into that, here in the bottom right, at the very bottom, you have a number right there in a bar. That is going to be what this game calls your sanity. Now, your abilities will take up that sanity. So here, for Lady Nipple, for example, she hits her Q, which is going to be her ultimate or her buff. It's going to take 100 sanity. Once it does that, her E, which takes 10 sanity usually, is going to take 0, and she'll just be able to spam it. And also, as you can see, she has a sword there, and she also attacks with her lantern, but she still has that bow right there that she's able to use. So, this is just something that is universal. Yeah, and she was one of the characters that I really liked. Like, she looks really good. I do like how many enemies there are in this game. I will say that. That's one thing that, my first gacha game, like, was Genshin Impact. I feel like a lot of people nowadays, that was their first gacha game. And in that game, the amount of enemies in the world, or through, like, combat challenges and stuff like that, it was never, like, a lot. Then I ended up playing the Honkai Star Rail, which is turn-based, so obviously that's quite different. And then getting into the next kind of like open world gacha game that I played was Wuthering Waves. Now that one improved the amount of enemies by a lot, like a lot. And even now, I think with the nightmare task, it feels, as much as I don't like how they're handling that whole thing, it does spawn in a lot of enemies right there in that area. Still not enough for the amount of damage that you can do at this point in that game, which I feel like it'll also get to that point in this game where the amount of enemies right now, yeah, it seems like a lot, but the damage of these characters is also going to scale to that. So you're just kind of like wiping out the hordes and kind of like wanting more. But that's the first big thing that stood out to me about the amount of enemies that you can see throughout this gameplay and throughout the different showcases. Now here we have Zilu, which she looked pretty interesting. I love characters that have like a dragon. I love Jinshi from Other Waves and Gion, so if it's anything dragon related, I'm all in. And that kind of just looks exactly like Castor is from, like, even the whole like ripping open reality for the dragon to just barf everywhere, you know? Still amazing animation. Now, one thing I picked up on, I'm not sure if it's just like a glitch or some of the angles were bugged, but during Lady Nifl's gameplay here, like in the actual world, when she ulted, it gave the ult animation. Here, when Zilu ults, as you can see, you just see it in the third person. You don't get the close-up in the actual like animation. Now, I also think that's kind of cool because you can like walk away from it and see it just like all over the place. So I thought that was pretty cool. Here you have Fantasio, who's Wolfman. Yep, the wolf meme. You don't see me when I'm angry, you know. But his attack set does look pretty cool. So there he transforms into the wolf thing. He uses his E. It does like a bit of damage and also kind of repels him. And then when you get out of the Q, it goes on cooldown. And then it only costs 10 to go back into it. And then one of the things I picked up on, again, here's a use of the bow, so the universal weapon. And on top of that, it deals whatever elemental damage the character you're currently using deals. So here he uses that like pinkish, purplish, pink, purple, reddish, I don't know, maybe I'm colorblind, type of damage type. That's the damage type that the bow is going to deal. Now, if you're using a character with a different element, that's the damage type that they're going to use. Here we have Kenzu. His animations are pretty sick too. He goes in his ult and it summons this like field of swords. And then when he attacks, he just like, he splits and there's like multiple
Dance of the sword.
Multiple of himself.
Stay put if you should.
So yeah, he looked pretty cool. Coming over here to Outsider, he can go invisible, and then his ult buffs him to just attack like super fast. He also has a slide within his movement. So yeah, and a character that attacks insanely fast. He seems like he would be like a boss killer. Not necessarily someone to take out a big group of enemies. It seems like he does have a decent bit of AoE, but it's very like close AoE right in front of them. It definitely seems like someone who would just be able to walk up to a boss and like just shred through them.
Mission wrapping up.
Here you have Rhythm, another character I really like. I like how she like propels herself with the electricity. I feel like that's really cool. And also the damage number of just like going through them, like, oh, and this, again, this goes back to like the density of the enemies that I really enjoy. Like, look at that, look at those numbers.
I chose to live on.
And then just like, yeah, just going right through them. And then as you can see there, she pulls out the bow and starts using it, and it does like purple electricity damage.
Zap. Yeah.
We have Daphne, who has a whip, and she's also a healer. Now, one thing I'm not sure on is I'm not exactly sure how the like character and party system in this game works. By the gameplay here, it seems like you can only have one character equipped at a time. So in that case, the only way I see a character like this being like super useful is within like a co-op experience in the game. And I don't know what the co-op experience in this game is like, if there is any, but yeah, otherwise it just seems like a crutch character that you could use if you're worried about like healing and your health and stuff like that. Then you can use this character to make sure that you don't die and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure what kind of role she would fit. But she does, it seems like she does do a decent amount of damage, and she has a decent bit of AoE with the whip. Here we have Fina. Now she was very interesting. So she has 4 different summons right here. So she's like a summon type character. So you press her ult, and then it initially spawns in one of them. Now I'm assuming you cycle through it by pressing Q again. As you see, it takes 0 sanity right there, and it'll cycle through the different summons that she has. So summon the wolf, pressed E, did some damage. Yep, as you can see there. Press Q again, it spawned in this electric unicorn thing. Presses E, it does some damage around. This one is a butterfly. Seems like this would be healing, but I'm not exactly sure. So she is a summon type that can do different types of damage, I believe. Now I didn't pay attention if it actually changes the damage type that she does. Yeah, so she can wield multiple elements at once, which seems like a pretty interesting gameplay mechanic. You don't really see characters like that in gacha games who can like actively swap between different elements within the game. I don't think that's a very common thing. And here we have Psyche. Again, I'm sorry if I absolutely butcher these pronunciations. She seems pretty cool. She has like a scythe. And then for her ult, she just flies around and shoots. Like it's really cool. But ooh, one thing I didn't notice, it takes her health doing that.
By defeating enemies.
So she consumes her own HP by going into that mode and shooting.
Awesome, like the excavator stalled. Better fetch some excavator modules for it.
Yeah, very interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. Interesting. Sabile. Again, hope I'm pronouncing that right. She looks crazy. She's got a whip.
Scream louder, then I might show you some mercy.
That old voice line is crazy. You cannot say that old voice line is crazy. And then her E. Wait till you see her E. Literally summons a heal to stomp on the enemies.
Surrender to me.
Yeah. An insane character.
Pathetic weaklings.
Like what are we talking about right now? We got Yellen Oliver. This was an interesting character. It goes up and like drops bombs.
Just you wait.
Like I don't. So that's that character. Next we got Lynn.
You asked for it.
Guns. Guns. It's so cool. So good. Like, look at that.
Destroy. Pay for wasting my time. Not bad.
Like, yeah, she might have to be my main. There's a character coming up who is also in contention to be my main, but I'm not exactly sure yet. Here we have another summon type character. She also has a whip.
Let the healing flow.
She summons that orb, which is looks like it heals. Yeah, it just gives health. Her ult, it seems like ultra enhances her, which yeah, makes sense. Label is buff. But she does damage really, really quickly. Seems like a decent amount too. Not the best, but seems pretty decent. Here we got Phoebe from Wuthering Waves. The way she throws the pig is just so hilarious to me. And the fact that it's so quick. Such a quick like movement thing. It's just crazy to me. So you can attack with the pig, you can just straight up like throw the pig at them. Next we got Rebecca. She looks very pretty. I really like her design. She has like a spear, it seems, but she's also another summon type character. Again, another crazy old voice line.
No violent contact.
So she summons these like jellyfish that pulse periodically and do damage, and her ult just deals like just damage, I guess, in a big AoE around her. Yeah, she just summons wave cyclones, water cyclones from the ground. His design looks really cool. He's another design I really like. He also has like a dragon type thing.
Judgment Fall.
I believe. Yep. Love the dragon type characters. Crazy moveset.
Soul to steel.
Like, look at that.
Judgment Fall.
Like, insane. Here we got Hilda. This was the other one who is in contention. You got Lynn and Hilda fighting for my main. Because, like, look at that. She just has the guns floating around her. Like, you cannot tell me that's not insane. Like, that's just so cool. And she got to Beth. She summons like hellish tentacle things from the ground. Seems like a pretty good AoE character.
Oh, really?
Her design. Hellfire. I'm gonna let that ult play back again. Yeah.
No mercy.
Yeah, let's
Embrace fear.
yeah, crazy.
Burn.
Next we got Veronica. Veronica. Veronica.
May you rest in peace.
She looked alright. Like her, I feel like she's just missing something. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's a little more effect on the like slashes and stuff. But it seems like she's just missing a little something. Here you got Randy. Such a random name for a character in a game like this.
Hurry up.
But he again seems like a pretty big AoE character. You launch up, throw down a spear that does like an AoE of lightning damage. You throw down another one. You summon this defense shield.
Here's the winning move.
And last, you got Margie. She's very interesting. She's got a shovel. She kind of like, yeah, just bonks them with the shovel and throws trash cans at the enemies. Very, very unique, I guess you could say. Pretty interesting. But yeah, if you managed to make it all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much for taking your time. Even if you just threw it up on the side monitor while you're doing something, that helps me out a ton, and I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Go ahead and let me know, again, like I said at the start of the video, down in the comments, what you want to see from me. There's plenty of Duet Night Abyss content out there that I can still find and react to. If that's something you're interested in. I can put together like maybe everything you need to know about it. Just let me know. Give me feedback on my channel. Let me know on the thumbnail. Like, did you like the thumbnail for this video? Did the title really pull you in? And you don't have to if you don't want to, but I'm really trying to gather as much feedback from you guys as I possibly can, just so I know where to take my channel in the future, because I'm kind of just throwing stuff at the wall right now, seeing what sticks. I'm starting to kind of get the idea of what sticks and what doesn't. I'm also branching out here with Duet Night Abyss, so yeah, just let me know if you want to see more of this. Let me know what else you want to see from me. Like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Peace.